Good evening, Internet, and welcome to Top Shift 93. It's finally been announced. Elite Dangerous 2.4, The Return, will be released on September the 26th this year, in a couple of weeks. So what I thought I'd do with this Top Shift is I'll just do a little bit of a catch-up to show how we got there with the Thargoids in 2.3. Now, as you can see here, we are approaching a distress call. Now, these distress calls started to appear all the way through 2.3 in the Maya system. And as we approach, you can see that there is a federal corvette here suffering from what can only be described as acid damage. It seems to be boiling away into space. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a little bit of a different episode. It's going to be a bit of a mix-up of the live events that we had, and a bit of the live radio broadcast, which happened inside a Thargoid base. So you'll be able to see that later on. Now, as you can see here, this thing is practically boiling away into space. It's been eaten from the inside. Now, we know that certain modules are going to get damage resistance, like caustic damage resistance, which we can only assume is this kind of Thargoid damage. Now, after these distress signals appeared, also it was seen round the barnacles, these flower ships, which were later confirmed to be Thargoid ships, would drop in. They would drop an EMP pulse which would make everybody freeze, and then they would basically either beam up something or beam down something from the barnacle itself, and then fly off again. Again, a very nice kind of cutscene which set the tone, and it just made a lot of people feel very, very helpless when facing one of these ships. And it does look like this federal corvette was very, very helpless when it met it as well. Now, one of the things that we're going to be looking at is that next up there's going to be a what happened during the live event where we discovered that the Thargoids were returning. At this time we didn't know what was happening. Ed Lewis had just said there's a special event happening because Professor Palin has had his data nicked by the Federation, and he would like it back and go to this location to find it. So we headed out there, and after Ed Lewis, you'll be able to see what happened when Lave Radio went inside the Thargoid base and decided to help the Cannon group with a little bit of science. I wish I'd worn brown pants, to be honest.
Sapped, ready to drop into the beacon. I've found it.
Well, looks like we found it here.
Crud, hold on.
And there's a loop of shame while I approach it.
Alright, just in case I need to drop in
the
3
voices
minutes.
you can hear in the background is
but
Lewis.
I'm coming up to it now. We're approaching quite quickly here.
7 seconds, keep it going.
Alright, at that point I might go to a screen where it's just, we get rid of the camera with my face on it as well so we can see this.
In we come.
Yeah,
I've got no idea what we're expecting here. 2 seconds, that's far too fast.
Alright.
And another loop of shame.
You want me to send you a wing
Mad Dog
invite?
Murdoch, hello, you have it. Well
maybe,
done.
that might be a good idea.
Come on. Oh, I just want to see what's here. Right, safe. Let's go. We have an unregistered
You're already in a
comm
wing.
Ooh! Oh my word.
Got it.
Look at this.
Got it?
Okay, I'm finding a distress call, found it now, coming into it now.
Absolutely devastated.
2 minutes to go.
Fleet. Look at
I'm
this.
facing the opposite way apparently.
This is phenomenal.
Yeah, distress call.
Speaking. Are we dropping on a distress call or the beacon?
Distress
they're
call,
both
I
in the
think, is
same place.
fine. Oh, I'm gonna overshoot it. Unbelievable.
Oh my goodness.
Don't worry, you're not alone.
Got a devastated battle cruiser.
It's just because I'm excited at this point.
A lot of federal
Point your
ships.
ship out. Ed, are you doing loop of shame then, yeah?
So use your
No, why do I talk about loop of shame?
drops, then pull up.
Yeah, I did that. I've learned
Just say
from
hello to
the
everybody.
buckyball races all about
Not the
that
leap
one.
of shame, it's how you rate
So-called
it.
human blood.
That's it.
Oh.
All right, and we've got about 2 minutes. It's just seemed to be anything new. Nah, the buckyball way, of course. I think we're going to make it in time. This is very nerve-wracking, so I'm going to mute you guys as well when we do this, so we can hear this.
Makes sense, yep.
Yeah, to find out what this is all about, and then I'll turn you
Fine.
guys back on afterwards.
Just get the camera
Oh, boy.
control up.
Sure you're supposed to go to that distress call
so
and
you
not
can
the
see.
comm beacon?
I think the distress call's fine.
Yeah, they're both in exactly the same place.
Right, okay.
Look at that. Ooh, it's all
Then you
green.
check out.
Those ships have got
Come on,
loads
come
of
on.
green, but
1 minute.
Dropping.
look at that.
Flip of shame! Someone says to me. Oh, here we go. I can drop in here.
The
ready?
Corvette damage, and that is a full-blown federal
Okay.
battle cruiser completely
What
wiped
are we
out.
seeing? What are we seeing?
Absolutely wiped out.
Hold on.
Ooh.
Okay, let's go back.
Looking
here.
on the stream and that doesn't look good.
That looks like a capital ship.
So nothing new
That's
from
a
a
big
honk.
one.
Got a lot of commanders turning up in this
Unknown
instance.
ship signature.
Hold on. So that's a capital ship that has clearly been destroyed by the usual. Right. Well, we've got a distress call over this way, right? Can everyone move out of the way?
Private data beacon.
There's a distress call.
Oh.
Okay.
We can all get out of the way. It's all a little bit crowded around here. The transmitter, I think, is what the one we want.
There's a beacon, a transmitter.
So that's a distress
20
call.
There's
seconds.
not one but two.
Stay here on the transmitter. If everyone can move back away from me, so I can have nice, clear sound.
So I'm on the transmitter. Let's see. Now we
Move
should
away
get
from
the
the
same
beacon,
thing
please,
as
everybody.
Everybody else. Cool. This is getting a very busy instance here.
Okay. It's transmitting something.
We're not getting anything here. It's amazing, in the year 3302, they're still using the this military alphabet. Data link scanner, neither of them works. What the heck? Something has just turned up. Now we can hear something happening on the live stream.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am very excited to announce that Elite Dangerous 2.4 The Return will be coming out and will be available and begin in Q3 of this year, 2017.
Right.
Now, in The Return, I'm glad that you all seem to like the look of The Return in terms of that awesome little teaser there. In The Return, wow! In The Return, and please do let me know you can hear me all good. Okay, great, fantastic, that's great news. In the return, you will be interacting with the Thargoids. Yes, that's right, the Thargoids. As you can see in the little instance we just showed, that was a capital ship that was completely destroyed by the Thargoids. Now, we don't know how many of the Thargoids were there to destroy it, but all we know is that they can do that level of damage. This is a powerful foe that we know very little about. All we do know is that they are formidable, and they have a legacy. Back from 1984 in the original Elite, the Thargoids were these incredibly scary things, and they have returned, and you will be interacting with them directly. And when I say interacting, I mean engaging with them. It doesn't necessarily have to be an open conflict. That's kind of going to be down to you guys to decide what happens with that. And that, in a way, is what Elite Dangerous 2.4 The Return is going to be all about. Now, one thing I will say before you make the decision whether to sort of fire on them or not,
Ooh, I've got a private data beacon.
is this. These guys will have new types of armor that you've never seen in Elite Dangerous before. They'll have new types of weapons that you have never seen before in Elite Dangerous. They have new tactics that you've never seen before in Elite Dangerous. And that means that you will have to work together in 2.4 to create these tactics to fend them off. You will have to find these new weapons to fend them off. And you will have to find new ways to get to fight these things, if that's the way that this all goes. Now, it's important to mention as well that
how do I get the data beacon?
It's going to play out differently to other releases in the Elite Dangerous Horizon season of expansions. 2.4 is the return is much more
Still
about story beats that will be coming coming out over the coming months into Elite Dangerous, and these are things that we don't want to spoil for you guys. So these are things that you will hear more about as time goes on, but I promise you that you will not be disappointed. There are things like we've seen here tonight. There are things coming even in 2.3 before, and that's in quarter 3. That's within the next couple of months that we're going to get 2.4, and you're going to be fighting Thargoids. Now, if you don't think that's exciting, then I'm not sure what is. You guys are going to be in open conflict with these incredible, fearsome things. Now, that's kind of it for me today. I want to say a huge thank you to those guys who helped me out finding the puzzle. They can probably hear me, but I'm not going to bring them back in, but they were absolutely hugely important in making that happen. So there is going to be a forum post detailing this kind of stuff, but we wanted to set the tone for what it's going to be like, and so there's no way better to do that than to introduce the well, the CEO of Frontier Developments and the co-creator of the original Thargoids, the man who knows how scary these things actually are. That would be David Braben, so he's going to set the tone. Thanks very much, guys, and I will see you in a live stream very soon.
Landing gear retracted.
Now, as a catch-up, the next thing that happened was quite quickly after that, these bases were discovered on various planets. Now, as you can see from the background of the Sanctimonious here, these bases or sites were massive. You can see them from about 100 kilometers up in planetary orbit. So I'm going to go for a quick flyby round one so you can get a kind of feel for how things are. It is very alien-like. I think the when I mean alien-like, I mean obviously the Ridley Scott Alien and the Geiger kind of influence in here. And you can see right down into the center of the base there, and it's all got this really nice atmospheric,
the central structure,
very
have you?
scary feel, especially when you're driving around there in an SRV.
I'm also recording
Now
for
that
the archives.
A couple
okay,
of
still
says unknown device. I'm scanning again. Now we've also had since then
Holy!
which has shown some kind of federal fleet trying
Yeah, I
to
don't see that.
the Thargoid at a single
Oh my
Thargoid
god,
vessel,
it's full of stars.
and not managing very well. So as we fly around,
I'm just
going to
go for a little relog, gentlemen.
To detail that I've put in, which is
Whoever's getting to ship first.
unknown signal.
Was it that good for you?
Unknown signal detected, source of signal unknown, unknown device in HIP 14909, language algorithm unable to translate, the ship raw signal audio accessed, which might have been that sound that we just heard. But at the moment the entire... Now that was just the external view. Internally there's a whole load, well you'll actually find a whole load of these little things called skimmers. Or scavengers. They basically seem to... I don't know whether
See, that reaction is what we were all waiting for.
Or whether they're not there.
I don't know what the hell it is, but it's
regurgitating
beautiful.
and recycling it. They are called recyclers, which might be a bit of a hint. But the way that they act is a little bit...
I'm using a phrase for it, the orrery.
You can't work
it
out
reminds
what they're
me
doing,
of
you don't know
the
whether
galactic visual representation. I don't think it's ours.
Destroying.
Because there's only two arms.
Well, one of the things
and
we
if
did
it
in
is
the
ours,
video
then they
is we
filtered
went
it to only
inside,
show
and you'll
something
see
that is only
that.
present in two arms.
Just a second.
Which space?
Are you quite sure? Because I think there's more than two arms there. I'm looking through my... Oh, it's beginning to fade now.
Oh, this looks like there's netting or something covering these eggs.
Yeah, webbing.
Ooh, ooh.
In it?
Ooh. Oh, has Carl just made it in, has he?
He has,
yeah,
yes.
Just made
Who was it on the stream who suggested this?
This was Commander Stephen Usher suggested we try this. So, thank you, Stephen.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Breaking science.
We now need to go get some mugs and put them in.
Yeah, we need mugs, we need gin to put them in as well.
Alright, go on, Cal, your turn to scan. Hit the centre structure.
Alright. Do the honours, sir.
Just trying to target it amongst everything else. Here we go.
Okay.
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't like that, does it?
That does not look good.
Ow!
Oh, bugger.
Ow!
Ow.
What the
We're back off, guys.
I'm getting heat damage.
Heat damage, yeah, SRV's taking a pasting.
Yep.
Right, I'm getting out of here.
Hold my handbrakes on, I can't move.
This is safe here. This is safe here, guys. I'm not getting damaged. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, I'm being attacked by the things.
Power damage. Right,
Guys.
I've picked up the relic.
Oh,
Whoa.
my
I've
goodness.
managed
It's
life
going to
support
explode.
offline. Shields offline.
Right, I'm getting out.
I-
Except
Pill's
someone's in the
dropping,
way.
but somebody's
Let me get out
grabbing
your way.
it.
Who's parked in the way? Move!
The scavengers look different. One of them's got a yellow up, they're turning hostile.
Oh,
Are the scavengers turning hostile too?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, someone's shooting me. Oh no, that's me shooting. Are you guys in there? Or are you running?
I'm trying.
I'm
to
still
run.
in here.
I'm
Someone's
hiding
got
in
to
one of the
stay.
corridors and then going back inside with my SRV cam.
My oxygen's depleted.
I'm still streaming on
Oh,
Twitch.
I'm being attacked.
Yeah, same
Something's
here.
attacking me.
Same here. I'm being attacked, but I don't have an artifact.
Oh,
to get that
integrity,
with.
95%. Let's do.
Nope.
So
Inventory
what happens if we
synthesis.
put 3 relics on instead of just 1?
Okay, I'm doing a
God
doing a
knows.
repair.
I'm down at 50% hull integrity, but I'm staying here.
Yeah,
Look at the end.
My
I
shield
don't
is
think.
not
Okay, I'm not taking
regenerating.
any. Yeah, my shield isn't
How long is it
regenerating.
gonna go on
Neither is my
for?
oxygen coming back online.
Tertiary explosions around the walls.
Yeah,
Wow.
the UA and the UPs are blowing up.
Are you guys still in there?
Yep, I'm still in here.
Still recording, but from the edges.
Okay, I've got 3 minutes of life support left, but I'll come back in.
I've prepared my hull with synthesis, so I'm staying.
Yeah, same here.
Okay.
Wow.
That doesn't look good, does it?
It
No.
does not like. It does not like that tech.
Wow.
Blooming humans, what are they doing to us all?
Stephen, this is your fault.
Yeah, if this has caused a war, we can blame Stephen Usher.
Yeah.
It's oh Christ.
That's not safe there, Phoenix.
No, you're quite right. I am backing out of quite a bit there.
I'm all right. You're all right if you're about this far away from it.
Actually, no, I'm not losing any health. I'm just bouncing. Oh, warning! Heat levels critical.
There's a blue thing keeps spawning in the same place.
Yeah, it's a bugged relic.
Could you see the sparkling effects like at the top in the top of the central spire?
Yep.
Wow.
Almost looks Dracula charge the eggs up type thing.
Do you think I could be sending out some kind of distress signal to say, guys, someone's screwed us up over here?
If it is, it might be time to run.
I don't want us to go out now. I don't know. Nephilis is wondering, is it drilling into the planet?
It's
It looks
still
like it,
going on,
doesn't it?
isn't it?
Yeah. How long did the
Star map last for?
Yeah. Is this lasting longer because we're just shitting ourselves? I've got 1 more minute before I run out of O2.
You better get back.
I've got this relic. I've got this relic on me. Does anyone want to pick this relic up before I die?
Yeah,
Just drop
Or
it
shall
on
I
the
run back
floor.
to my ship?
Drop it on the floor
Okay,
and bug out. I'll collect it.
Oh. Okay, fine.
So you got a scavenger
Inventory,
thread.
cargo.
Has there anything happened to the portal on the outside of the
Oh, my cargo hatch is inoperable. I can't eject it. Do you guys mind if I sacrifice this relic, or shall I run back to my
Yeah,
ship?
don't worry about
That's
it.
fine.
Don't worry about it. We can get some more.
Okay.
You can always repair
Hull
reboot.
integrity 50%. Yeah, hull integrity 50% again.
Well, there's a lot of unknown
can't-
fragments here.
I can't do a repair reboot. Oh, 20% damage. Right, let's do another synthesis.
Whoa,
20% hull,
stopped.
sorry.
it stopped.
Oh, Hank.
Wow.
SRV repair.
It seems
Right,
to be-
repairing.
Seems to be
unknown
resetting.
fragment. It's popped the UA.
Oof.
Unknown wake data. What? Material unknown wake data lying on the floor.
Yeah, that's
Weird.
from the. That's one of the data material. Well, sorry, it's data dropping as a material from the scavengers.
Okay, so
Ah.
the scavenger it killed the scavengers.
Some of
Yeah,
Oh, we
it-
did. One of the two.
Well, yeah. Right, my I just
Whoa.
went boom.
Yeah, you
Oh,
went boom.
Sorry.
It's a dead Ben.
Yeah, dead Ben.
Oh. Scavengers after me.
Popped it.
Ooh. It popped with green snot.
Actually, I think I'll stay in my ship now.
Yeah, I'm
So-
I need to get back to repair.
When you go out for a night with
Yeah.
Cannon, you get a night out with Cannon.
Yeah, that's the biggest bang I've seen for a while. Oh dear.
That was violent, even by Lab 69 standards.
It was, yeah.
Well, I think at that precise on that bombshell, literally,
Literally.
I think we'll have to call it a night. So
Yeah.
I would like to thank everybody for joining us on Live Radio and watching us try and destroy any hope we have with peaceful coexistence of the with the Thargoids. So that's it for another episode of Live Radio. If you'd like to get in touch with the show, then you can email info@Live Radio, Facebook/Live Radio, @Live Radio on Twitter, and you can join the Discord channel by going to http://tinyurl.com/livechat. Or you can join our TeamSpeak commander, where people like to hang out on teamspeak.liveradio.com. Live Radio is recorded live-ish on a Tuesday evening at 8:30 and streamed out on liveradio.com live and on Twitch. So I would like to thank Ben and Commander Del Monte, Cal, and Commander Starbeaver for basically. I'm going to have to go and change into the brown pants, I think, after tonight.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
So, if you can't drive safe or fly safe, just like we haven't been, then please fly dangerous. Good night.
I need to find the. Sorry, something just dawned on me that I'm totally and utterly failing at. I don't have the outro music. So I'll play the intro again, or something. I don't. Yeah, I don't actually have the outro music. So pretend you can hear the outro music, guys.
It's like the Red Dwarf bit, isn't it? Oh, and we're going to.
I've got
live.
to change the light bulb. Right, I'm seeing has Commander Wotherspoon given us a new one? No, we're still on 25. Well, I will play his Garnet news from LaveCon then. So, and I will mute myself as well. So, I will do that and then I'll sign off. So, thank you guys.
No, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Cheers, thank you.
That was recorded live on Lave Radio about 2 months ago, where we discovered that Guardian technology and Thargoid technology do not seem to mesh. Now that could be our saviour in future months, because from what we've seen so far of any Thargoid interaction, we're not going to do very, very well at all. It does seem that Sarah Jane Avery has predicted that basically we've got about 2 hits, one which will take the shields out, and the second one will probably, well, deal with us, if you see what I mean. So I'm hoping that we'll get new modules and technology to deal with that, and if this little experiment was anything to go by, maybe guns using Guardian technology might be the solution. But this is one of the issues, is that it will need the engineers in order to modify this equipment, I think, and that is where some of the community do get a little bit upset, because the engineers so far have had a bit of a reputation of being too grindy. I must admit, I haven't personally discovered this except when I was doing Quince. There was one engineer who you have to grind through in order to get to talk to Professor Palin, who is the expert that does all the special Thargoid enhanced cargo racks and really powerful engine mods. But if Frontier can actually get that balance right, we could be in for some exciting gameplay over the next couple of months. As usual, I'm always hopeful. And well, thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of a catch-up, and I'll catch you next time. Good night.